morning. Yo, yo, yo. Good morning. Wait for a couple people to get on real quick. I'm actually gonna save this video. I'm not gonna delete this one. I usually delete all my live videos, but I'm gonna try to leave this one up because a lot of people are asking me about this. But yeah. Morning. What's up, man? Where's the chat thing at? All right. What's up, girl? You want to say hi? Come here, mama. What's going on? What's going on? What's up? What's up? What's up? I wanted to make this video today because I'm getting a lot of people that have been hitting me up. I'm gonna wait for a couple more people to get on. A lot of people have been hitting me up about this. And you know, I've discovered a few things over the years and over the experiences that I've had with my dogs. And I'm gonna share some things with you guys that is gonna help you guys out tremendously. I mean, there's a lot of skin issues in this breed, and I discovered that kind of I discovered it kind of like everybody else. A lot of people that get, you know, these dogs, they end up having some kind of skin issues early on, you know, especially the new people that don't know what to do about it. I'm gonna go ahead and address some of that. In the beginning, when I started with my dogs, I didn't have any skin issues with my pit bulls. Never had any skin issues with my pit bulls. When I got into the American Bully, or when, you know, that type of thing, I did experience some skin issues early on. What I did, it is dog fight is good, man. You need to get out of here with that shit. Anyway, a lot of the skin issues that a lot of these people are experiencing, and I'm gonna be straight up, the first thing I can tell you is poor immune system, immune deficiency. That's one of the main ones. And in this breed, you get a lot of that. You're gonna have a lot of these dogs that have a poor immune system, poor breeding, inbreeding, all this, you know, craziness is why you see this stuff. What's going on, New Life Bullies? Good morning, brother. I wanted to make this video this morning because I'm getting a lot of calls about skin issues. A lot of people with pups, new people who are experiencing some skin issues. So, you know, like I was saying, the first thing that I'm gonna give you is poor immune system. How do you fight that though? How do you fix a dog's immune system? And I mean, to me, I learned that through, I guess, reading a lot of information stuff and putting it to work with my dogs. That's what's up, bro. That's what I'm doing. I got a load right now that I'm dropping off here at the dump, and then I got to go pick up another one here in a little bit. But yeah, man, I just wanted to give some advice on this because I'm getting a lot of it, especially around this time of the year. We get a lot of allergies, and I'm gonna give you guys a tip straight up. Poor immune system. How do you fight it? How do you fix this? It starts with vitamins. I like to use natural vitamins. You know, my natural vitamin source is raw meat. You guys know that. You guys that follow my channel know that I try to maintain a good, you know, solid nutritional system for my dogs. That's one of the things that I do. If you guys see this little girl right here, she's 6 months, shiny coat. She's got no issues. Wish I could have said that in the beginning, but what I learned is what I want to share with you guys right now. Poor immune system, lack of vitamin. Another issue that I see that people have when they have a new pup is that they like to take the dog to the dog park. They like to take the puppies to the dog park. And I tell people, you know, that's not always a good idea, because that's where they're contracting a lot of stuff. And you know, I tend to tell people, build up your dog's immune system really good first, you know, and let them be. Up to a year, a dog is still trying to fight a lot of the allergies that are out there. Saludos from Mexico. What's up, brother? And it's just poor nutrition. A lot of it has to do with people who get a new dog and they start switching the food. They start one month they trying this food, next month they're trying this food and this food and that food. Somebody told them this is the best food. Somebody said this is the best food. And it's like, yo, you got to maintain a good, solid, consistent diet on your pup in order for you to, you know, actually see the results, you know, because if you switching up the diet constantly, you're gonna have issues with the dog, digestive, and overall it's just not a good idea. So another one of the tips that I like to tell people is to make sure that your dog gets plenty of exercise. Exercise is the way that your dog is going to absorb a lot of the, you know, whatever meals you're feeding. If you're feeding a raw meal and you want to see that protein in your dog, you have to take it out to get exercise. Quick tip to feed your dogs: if your dogs are not eating, if you notice that your dog is kind of picky and it doesn't want to eat the food that you're giving them, take them outside, work their asses. And I mean, get you a flirt pole, get you a ball, whatever, go to the park and run, whatever you could do. Work this dog before you feed him. I guarantee you, when he comes home, he's going to be thirsty and he's going to be hungry as hell. He might not dig in right away. He's going to want to rest, but he's going to eat that food. You know, and I learned this over the years. I don't deal with picky dogs. You know, if you don't eat the food when I give it to you, you're just not going to eat right. You're going to skip that meal and you're going to eat on the next one, and guarantee you he's going to be hungry. I don't put up with that. Oh, my dog doesn't want to eat this. My dog don't like this. Yo, I give my dogs what I give them and they eat it. I build up their appetite. I make sure that their appetite is up. They're hungry. They need it. Their body is asking for it. What is the question here? New Life Bullies. What? That's not you. Once or twice a day. I feed my dogs twice a day. In the morning, I take them out for a nice long walk. We might go for a mile. Sometimes if I feel like 2, we go for 2. But we go out, we just troop it down the street. And just walk them. Come home, I give them water. They relax, you know, they chill. And then I prepare the meal. Meal preparation to me is a thing that I use to build appetite. When I build their meat, when I'm making their meals, I make sure that they're there looking at me. I'm preparing it. I'm making it enticing. I'm making them sit there and just like waiting crazy, like, yo, when are you gonna feed me? You know what I'm saying? And that's how I get them to eat their food. You know, I make it a big deal. I grab the food, you know, I'll stand there with it, make them wait. I make them sit and wait. I put the plate down, wait. When I say yes, she digs right in and starts eating. That's the word for go for it. You know, and you know, it's just, I don't deal with picky. I have a routine, and I've been doing this now for a bit, and I have a system. I'm 40 years old. I tend to have a, you know, this consistent thing every day that I do the same thing. When you get older, man, you start to repeat the same thing every day, and you know, that's the way that I've been able to see results in the stuff that I've tried. I've tried all these skin products, Zapper, MPT, or whatever it's called, the horse stuff. I've tried all that stuff, and I'll be honest with you, it's got the vitamins that your dog's skin needs momentarily, but you're not actually fixing the problem. You're treating your dog. Someone says, hey, try this, try that, but you're not really attacking the actual problem of why your dog is breaking out into big patches and hives and stuff like that. Some of it is fungal stuff. Some of it could be mites. You know, there's so many things that could be affecting your dog. And if you're not, you know, constantly monitoring, you're going to lose ground on what's happening. The other tip that I can tell you is environment. And I already told you guys about the dog parks. The dog parks, they're great for when you have an adult dog that has already built up in his immune system and they can handle it. But puppies in the beginning is not a good idea to take them out all the time, to be around other dogs, to be smelling other older dogs' cracks, and because that's how they contract a lot of the stuff, you know. And to be honest with you, one of the first things I ask when somebody contacts me about a skin issue, one of the things that I ask is the puppy around other dogs? Is he around in the dog parks? Where does the puppy live? Do you guys keep them inside? Do you guys, sometimes it's not just a puppy, sometimes it's an older dog. Where does the puppy sleep? What kind of exercise do you give him? Believe it or not, someone, you know, I spoke to a vet and told me, and I read this too, stress plays a major role in your dog's overall health. If your dog is stressed out and he's just at home bored or going through issues, your dog can have some serious issues. Let me go ahead and pay for this, get this weight right quick. Morning. Where we at, girl? Right now we're at the weight station. We're weighing the load that I'm carrying right here. This is crazy, y'all. Look at this. People have been here early. All the trucks that's leaving, they already dumped. They already dropped their load. Where we at, girl? That's little Storm back there, 6 months. They're making me wait. She might be watching my channel right now. What's up? Who's in here, man? Let me know. Represent, man. Y'all got a kennel? What's the kennel name? What's going on? You feed your dogs any raw hide? No, I haven't done the raw hide, man. Weston?
What are you dumping?
Some furniture, old furniture.
Are you paying?
Cash. So yeah, I gotta fix my window, y'all. My window don't want to roll down. But yeah, man, let me go ahead and get this out and here. What's up with the raw hide? Talk to me a little bit about that. I'm gonna have to look into that. I've raw hide, I've given them, you know, like to play, you know, the kind they sell at the store, but someone put me on to elk horns and reindeer horn and all this, and deer horns and things like that, and those are good. I'm gonna make a video about those. Got some calcium. Actually, Chuck put me on to that at 205 Bully Kennels. But if you guys got any questions that you want to drop down, and then after this video, I'm gonna leave this video up. If you guys got any questions or have any concerns about your dogs that you want me to assess it and maybe give you some tips, drop your comments down below, or, you know, after this video's done. I'm speaking, you know, after the video's been completed. Or if you have one right now, go ahead and post it. I'll go ahead and try to get it to you. But yeah, I've been getting a lot of calls about this matter, and that's why I decided to go ahead and make this. And I haven't made a video in a while. And simply because I don't like to just put up a video for no reason. If I don't have it's gonna get kind of bumpy. I'm going up this big old hill. Let me go ahead and give you guys the panoramic look here. We are going to the dump. How you doing, Blake? What's up, buddy? It's kind of hard to read that one. Hang on. Let me get straight real quick. Yeah, this is almost every morning. Get up here and dump something. This is up here in West Broward, Florida. Beautiful site up at the dump site. Yo, what's up, bro? It's kind of shaking. It's kind of shaking. Sorry, guys. Give me a minute. I'm almost at the top. Almost at the top. Almost at the top. I'm gonna answer your question right now, man. Let me get this to the site real quick. Where they want me at? Where this dude at? Usually there's a guy here who's gonna tell us where to dump. Oh, he's back here. Woo! This is what it looked like at the dump site in West Broward, Florida, y'all. Where you want me at? Right there? All right. Now you want me to go around, turn this big old truck around like this, huh? Yeah, buddy. Put me in a bad spot. That's why I got a 4x4 though. All right, let me turn this camera around. Where the seagulls? Oh, they're gonna come out here in a minute. All right. Y'all give me a quick second. Let me unload real quick. I could back up a little more. All right. Let me see. Woo! That quick. That quick, I just made 250 bucks. How you like them apples? So yeah, I do junk removal here in West Broward. I do landscaping, do moving. I got a 4x4 Dodge Ram with a trailer. So I go get it, man. I go get it. I'm thinking about making another YouTube channel about just the hustle. You know what I mean? Just how I be hustling. Give you guys some tips and tricks on that. It ain't about dog sales all the time. Sometimes you know, you sell a few dogs in there, but that don't cut it all year round. So they left their McDonald's bag. But let me go ahead and read some of these. Nice structure, man. Thank you. It's gonna get bumpy again till I get off this hill. Let me get y'all off the hill. Hang on. Yeah, man, there's a lot of opportunities out there, man. If you invest your money right, if you're a dog breeder, you know, you wanna grow your stuff, you gotta invest in yourself too. A lot of breeders say this: you gotta put that money back in your program. You gotta put that money back in your program, man. Yeah, man. I don't spend a fucking whole 3, 4, 5 months raising puppies to throw it all back into the dog. I understand. My dogs got their needs. For one, I don't have a kennel. I don't have a big old kennel. My dogs live inside my house with me, with my family, all 5 of them. My kennel, the only kennel that I have is in my garage, and that's in case we gotta go somewhere and we gotta leave the puppy secured somewhere, or put Kong in a space where he won't tear something up. But for the most part, what do I gotta put back into my dog? The vet, regular vet visits, food that I feed him every day, love that I give them. That's all you got to give your dog. If you got kennels, though, you know, you got a responsibility for multiple dogs that you have to house and feed and all that. I understand. But for me, my dogs have done something so great for me that is amazing. I've been able to invest into my companies. I got a landscaping company. Like I said, I got this junk removal services, Junk Monkeys right here, Junk Monkey in South Florida. And man, I'm just an investor, man. I try to invest in everything I can, you know, make my money back, flip my money. I don't like to sleep on my money. You got to make it. But yeah, man, let's go back to the tips and tricks, because like I said, I've been getting calls regularly on this matter, and it's really, it boils down to how you interact with your dog. What are you doing? Are you actually keeping an eye on everything that you're doing? Are you feeding properly? These are matters that, you know, if you're just throwing your dog in a kennel and going to work every day, bring it out to play once in a while, you're not really going to see what's happening. You know, you gotta be able to be engaged with your dog. A lot of these big time breeders, you know, they talk all this nonsense, but their dogs are falling apart. When you got just a few that you got to deal with, take care of, it's easy, man. A lot of times, like when I'm out, I'm flexible. I can be at my house in the next 10 minutes right now if I want to, you know, but I'm out in the street. I'm getting this money. I'm about to go do another job here in a minute when I'm done with this video. And then little girl here, we're going to go to the feed store and get some Victor dog food. I should take y'all to the shop real quick to get some. It's gonna take about another 30 minutes so y'all can see the dog food that I buy, where I buy it. What do y'all think? I want to come along or what? I don't like making these long ass live videos, man. Guys got some more Victor yesterday. Yeah, buddy. King of Show Bullies. Yo, that's my homie right there. That's what it is. That's Big Boy Try owner right there. Hang on, I had a further. Let me look, man. I gotta read through these comments since I'm parked here waiting. Where the seagulls, good luck with your new. Okay, let me go back. I gotta read. Every time I take her to the vet, they give some medication. After that's gone, issues continue. Hang on, let me see it. Are you here, Rookie Kid? Are you here? Listen, when you take your dog to the vet, bro, nothing makes the vet happier than you bringing that dog back. That's just bottom line. So he's gonna always try to get you back. Live stream, let's go, LOL. Who's this? All right, awesome. So listen to me. If your puppy has a skin problem right now, if your puppy at this moment has a skin problem, and you took him to the vet, and the vet prescribed this, prescribed that, told you to do this bath, told you to do a scrape test that's gonna cost you about $300, $400, right? The vet is going to try to get as much money as he possibly can. The skin scrape is, to me, the last alternative. After I've tried everything that I read about, or everything that people, that was the last thing that I tried. And at the end, it wasn't even a skin scrape. That, you know, that it was nothing. It was basically poor immune system. It's a immune system deficiency. This breed suffers from it, like I said earlier, due to poor breeding. A lot of it is just too much inbreeding. I've done all this. They say didn't find anything. So what's wrong with the pup? What kind of skin issue are you having, rookie? Like, are you having red patches, lumps? What are the skin issues like? Because a lot of stuff, especially, and how old is the puppy, by the way? They dermatitis? How old is the puppy? I don't know what that was. She chewing something raw. What I tell people in the beginning is, nah, a pup, she's 2. Adults dog get allergies too. But I tell people this all the time. Look, man, in the dog food, you're only gonna get the generic stuff. I stopped feeding Rosie Victor. I'm sorry about typing in the shoe. No, that's cool. Listen, I tell people this because there's a lot of misconception in the kibble versus raw. There's people who disagree. There's people who agree with raw feeding. There's people that don't. Her poop was always super dry. That's because you had too much calcium. You talking about with the Victor? If you're talking about your poop was dry with the Victor, then that means it's too much she's taking too much calcium. What you might want to do is add a little bit of organs, offal. Add some organs to loosen it up a little bit, and that actually adds a little bit of vitamins too. Or an egg, throw an egg in there. That should soften it up a little bit. But how dry is it? Like chalky dry? If it's chalky dry, is a problem. Organs will definitely do it. Yeah. Listen, let me tell you real quick, when you're doing your raw feedings, if you add too much organ and you notice that the stool is too soft, real soft, like mushy, that's because you're adding too much organ, or you don't have enough calcium. You have to have your mix, you have to have your balance right. If you have too much of something, you're gonna notice. If you have too much bone, if you fed your dog a bunch of bone and the poop is chalky and like just crumbles apart, that's no good. That means that you have just way too much of bone in there. You want to do 80% muscle meat, which is, you know, the meat from the bone of the muscle, you know, like a drumstick has that's that kind of muscle. You could do ground beef. She was really bad, I meant. David Bates, let me get back to you real quick. My had mites, vet gave her antibiotics and she went really bad. Yeah, sometimes when the vet gives you something, the problems get worse. Listen, I'm gonna, if you guys would research this when you get off this video, puppy immune system, look it up. Your dog's immune system, if it's a puppy or an adult, your dog's immune system, it is what fights allergies. It is what protects your dogs from stuff out there. Now, sometimes I get a case once in a while where somebody calls me and says, "Yo, I'm giving my dog raw all the time. I'm listening. I've been watching your videos." Listen, too much protein and not enough exercise is no good either. If you're giving your dogs a raw diet and you're giving a lot of protein and you're not exercising that dog, you're gonna have problems. It will show in the skin also. You'll get red, you know, if you're feeding too much protein, you'll get these big red patches. I've seen them. And I've been getting pictures. I get pictures, I get all kinds of stuff. Where you at, mama? Another case that I got, this dude calls me and he says, yo, man, you know, and a lot of people, I don't mind. You guys can call me if you got any issue with your, and if I can share some advice with you, I will. If I don't answer the phone, leave me a message. I'm gonna get back to it. I promise you, I will. If you're gonna contact me, yo, let me know. Like, if you leave a message, let me know how old your pup is, what you're feeding, and where it lives. I'm gonna tell you from there what's going on. I'm gonna try at least my best. I've helped out a lot of people. They've had some results. I've been able to, you know. And the thing about the things that I tell people is that they have to be consistent with whatever regimen we're gonna stick to. And I'll work with you. If you having serious issues, let me go ahead and pay for this real quick. Cash. So Victor calls it skin allergies. I just joined. Good morning. How you doing, Chris? No, we were talking about skin allergies. No, someone said that they stopped feeding Victor because the poop was super dry. And I was answering real quick. Thank you. All right, we're done for that load. Let's go ahead and hit the feed store. Maybe I can show you guys where I get my feed, where I get my dog food from. Reactive to Victor itself. Yeah, some people, listen, there's something called, I forgot what the heck it's called now, but some dogs have food allergies. Believe it or not, they have food allergies, and it shows in their skin, because what's happening is that the immune system it doesn't recognize the food or something, and it thinks that it's something harmful, and it will make the dog get sick. Let me see, do I go? Yeah, I'll go this way. And I've heard these cases. I've told people several times, you know, some dogs just don't do chicken good. They just don't. Not all dogs are the same. I might be wrong here, but every dog is different. You might give your dog something that may work for me, but it may not work for you. And the whole point of it is trying out different things until you nail it. Because I'm gonna tell you, the vet is gonna give you a bunch of shit that's gonna make your dog worse. Trust me when I tell you this. I've been dealing with this shit for years now. The vet, sometimes they don't know what the hell is going on, because they don't get a lot of skin issues. They don't get as much as the bully community gets. The bully community sees skin issues on the regular. I'm on Facebook all the time where I see new owners, usually new owners, because, you know, people who have already had their dogs and built, you know, they've already raised their dog. They kind of already know what their dogs are doing. But new owners tend to be the ones that fall victim to a lot of the skin issues. And this is why I made this video, because I wanted to maybe capture some of these new guys and help them out a little bit. Some of them have been people who have bought dogs from me that has experienced some skin issues. And like I said, all dogs go through some allergy stages. All puppies, some don't. This one hasn't given me any skin issues yet. She hasn't given me any allergies, but I feed her regularly. I give her on maybe 2 to 3 times a week. I give her a raw diet, a balanced raw diet with everything. Balanced. I've already narrowed down what her balance is. And like I said, I don't think all dogs are the same. Some dogs, my dog might take better to more protein than yours. My dog gets more I get my dogs a lot of exercise. So my dog might intake more protein than yours, or might be able to handle more protein than yours. If you give too much protein and not enough exercise, like I said earlier, you're gonna also have skin issues. This is one thing that I tell new owners regularly. I'd say this to them all the time. Stay away from all these crazy ass supplements. Your puppy does not need all these damn crazy ass muscle building supplements. If you want to build muscle, give raw meat protein. Give it to them in protein. You can feed chicken. You can feed ground beef. Give them natural protein and take them out for at least a 30 to an hour walk. Muscle. You want to build real muscle? Hang a rope from a tree, put a spring on it. That's going to build their neck muscles. That's going to build their rear. That's going to build their back. You know, get all that going. You want to build muscles? Yo, get them a nice strong chew toy. Get them a rope, hang it from the tree. Those muscles are, you know, some people say, oh shit, how come your dog is big? How these people have these dogs that are so big? Like my dog, some of it is genetics. A lot of it is genetics because the dogs are naturally born like that. And a lot of it is also working them out. Muscle building. And you could do muscle building at home. Flirt pole, a spring pole. You can do a lot of that stuff. You know, and I honestly don't see the point. My puppies live healthy, they're home, they play, they get good exercise. I don't need to have my dog looking like a brick. I mean, I'm not gonna train my dog running them so much and working them so much that they're gonna fucking die. Like, you know, a little bit of exercise goes a long way. Every day, 30 minutes. I walk every morning with my dogs, and it helps me. Gets me going, you know what I mean? But I'm not pumping my dogs with a bunch of generic stuff that's, you know, you don't know what's in that stuff. You don't know how much to give your dog. You think you're gonna buy a thing of Bully Max and it's gonna say in the back, oh, because your dog weighs this much, let's just give them these many scoops. Your dog might not need that many scoops. Your dog might need more scoops. It's just, to me, it's nonsense. Like I said, if you want to build muscle, feed natural protein. Work them out. Go out to the park. Get a flirt pole. Flirt pole only costs $12 on Amazon. You know what I mean? And you don't have to have the biggest yard, because I don't have a big old space. But my flirt poles help me out a bunch. When I can't go out and take them out to the park for hours on end, and I only have a few minutes, then I can wiggle that flirt pole around a few times and get their tongue to the floor. You know, like I said, bring it back. Stay away from the natural supplements. Stay away from all this crazy stuff that you're reading about that's gonna hurt your dog. It's not good for them. I have raised my dogs. Now Simba's going on 12 years. I have not had to pump this dog with anything. That dog only went to the vet when he was a pup. After that, I mean, he goes to the vet every year for his vaccine for the rabies. But in which question I've been reading that dogs don't need no rabies shot because they're not out in the wild eating raccoons and shit. So like rabies is just a law thing that you have to pay to get your dog's rabies. But whatever. That's the only reason that my dog has been to the shot, to the vet on a regular basis. But other than that, I don't got no skin issues. You know, let me give you a quick tip. A lot of you guys pay for getting your nails clipped on your dogs. I'm gonna give you a quick tip. If you got a concrete slab in the back of your house, get a flirt pole. Flirt with them. That concrete is gonna grind their nails down just right. Now don't overdo it because you'll get blood. They'll bleed. You know, so just do it to where you see that it's good. If you want to use the flirt pole, use it on a nice grassy area. And let me go ahead and answer some of these questions, guys. I've been kind of ranting on and shit. With my dog, can tell his genetics because I don't work around as much as I used to. Yeah, some dogs have that natural muscle, but you could build on top of it. I'm gonna show, like for example, this girl life bullies coconut oil. Yep, coconut oil and fish oil. Okay, she's okay. The person I had her from didn't look after her, and she was only, yeah, I mean, that happens, bro. You know, a lot of people buy their puppies and they just throw them in a kennel. And you know, it's crazy. This is something that I realized over the years. When you buy your puppy at first, you can't have all these expectations right away, man. You have to wait for this dog to develop. The pup is gonna go through lanky stages. It's gonna go through stages where you're gonna see. I've seen dogs that you would never think they are the dog that they are today, just if you look at their pictures when they were a pup. It blows my mind. Sometimes it's obvious, yeah, you'll be able to tell, yeah, that dog ain't gonna be much. But I've seen some dogs go from looking so slanky and weird to turning out to be some badass looking dogs. If you know your pedigree, if you know your genetics, if you know where your dogs come from, and you study where those dogs and other productions, you'll get a general idea of what you have. But be patient. Don't be so quick to want to get this dog looking like a beast right away, because let me tell you, and plus the bigger the breed, the longer it takes for the dog to develop. I found that out on my own. And I've seen it too. After I realized this, I'm like, wow. A bigger breed, for example, Kong is a big breed dog. Kong is taking way longer to build than some of the dogs I had in the past. He's just a monster, and he's still growing. This dog, every day I see him, he's got some rear, he's got some more neck, he's got a bigger head. He's just out of control. But we'll get into that later. But yeah, man, supplements, exercise. That's all you need is exercise, man. Stay away from them crazy ass supplements. So I'm gonna bring this all back, and I'm gonna wrap this up, because I was wanting to get you guys to the damn feed store so you guys can see where I get my feed from. But it's a little bit out of the way. But I mean, for the drive, I do Victor, bro. I do Victor. It's just what's been working for me, you know. And I do Victor from Monday to Friday. I do Victor. Saturday morning when I'm home and I'm chilling with my dogs, I give them a nice raw balanced meal. That just ensures that whatever vitamins I'm missing or I'm lacking on, that I can put it into them that way. The reason I don't feed Victor, the reason I don't feed every day raw, is because it can get expensive, and it's very time consuming to do every single day. It's just not something that, I mean, if I was to be at home all the time and I got game out there and I can actually process my meat properly, then yes, I would do every day. I would, you know, separate all the portions, but I just don't have time for it. So what I do is on the weekends I give them a nice raw meal. That's what's been working for me. Haven't had any skin issues. And you know what's funny? A lot of people say that blue dogs have skin issues. You know, and I kind of broke this down a little bit. If you have blue dogs and your dog is inbred, it's more than likely that you're gonna find yourself in the middle of some skin issues. I have not seen any skin issues in any of my dogs. So I don't know how to go about talking about these blue dogs having skin issues. There might be some out there. There might be a bunch of people that are just doing stupid shit with their dog, and their dogs end up skin issues. But as far as I've seen, with calls, with text messages, people who've been sending me pictures and videos, yo, I haven't seen any skin issues with blue dogs. Maybe in the past, I don't know, but I haven't seen any skin issues with my dogs. That's just what I'm saying, you know. And I like I said, my dogs have a regimen though. I'm not new at this. I have a system that I follow with my dogs, you know, and I stick to it. I follow it. In the beginning, like I said, I did have skin issues with some of the dogs that I got from you guys know who, you know, and it bit me in the ass real quick, but I was able to understand the issue and address it real quick. You know, and I kind of nipped it in the bud. I think we're almost here, guys. So if we're near where we're about here where we got to go get this raw food. I meant this Victor. You won't find Victor in your grocery store, by the way. They usually sell to retailers of, you know, horse stuff, but yeah, I haven't had any skin issues with my blue dogs. You know, but I don't. Then again, I don't inbreed. I don't got a bunch of inbreedings going on in my yard. So, man, it's crazy, man. I was watching. This is off topic, real quick. You guys know Terrell from Quincy. What's his name? From, you know, Terrell. They coming down on his ass on Facebook, and you know, everybody always got some shit to say about somebody else's but they don't. If I'm not coming to his defense or anything like that, but people need to shut the fuck up and mind their own business sometimes, man. They just like they got this man so fired up. They even disrespecting his family and his kids, man. When it goes that far, that's beyond, man. Like, it's this bully game, yo. This bully game, and for the little bit of watchers that are watching right now, yo, this bully game sometimes is a trip. It's just a freaking nightmare, the things that I've seen on Facebook. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and cut this video, man. I think we're gonna be a little bit too. I got another 15 minutes or so of drive to get to this feed store. But I want to thank everybody who's been watching. Back on the subject of, what was you saying? Development on bullies. I'm reading, and I'm not supposed to be driving and reading these goddamn things. Hold on a second. Recommended getting. Okay. When do you recommend them getting them fixed? Oh shit. You're one of those guys. Listen. Your dog acting up and all this other stuff, that don't mean you got to get them fixed. I mean, you take away a dog's nuts, don't mean these are not goats that you just chop their nuts off. If the vet is telling you this is ridiculous, guys. Listen, don't cut your dog's nuts off if they're acting up, if they're wild, if they're, a lot of that is because you might have a high energy dog. You know, you have low energy dogs, you have high energy dogs. When a dog is 1 year old, 2 year old, 3 year old, he's still a pup. And he's gonna be high energy. He's gonna be curious, he's gonna be doing all kinds of stuff. I'm sorry if I'm being blunt here, but that is the most ridiculous thing that I've ever heard anybody tell me. Even when my mother-in-law did the same to one of my dogs that I gave her. They chopped up because without even asking me, like, yo, they just chopped up the dog's nuts, thinking that that's gonna calm him down. That's absurd, man. Don't do that. You got to understand the dog, man. If you have a high energy dog, and I'm gonna give you guys a couple more minutes of tips here. If you got a high energy dog and you want to find a solution to getting them to cool down, you need to take them out for some exercise. You need to work this dog. Some dogs don't do well sitting around your house with your kids just chilling. They want to go out and work. They want to go out and do things. They don't want to sit around and be petted all the time. No, they want to go catch a ball. They want to go look for squirrels. You know what I'm saying? If you have a high energy dog, you got to work with that energy so that then the dog can calm down. Not all dogs are the same. You might have a dog that's just super hyper. You might have a dog that when you take him outside, he's actually low energy dog, and when I walk him, he gets the floor pro. He's missing something. He might be a hunter. Your dog, you might have a dog that might have a trait that you haven't understood yet. Some people think that a dog that's that's constantly that is a problem. No, this dog might be looking, he might have a job, he might have something special about him, you know what I'm saying, that he wants to do. There's a way to find out if your dog is high energy or low energy. I'm gonna tell you how I find out if I got something. In the morning, when you open the door for your dog to go out, if he volts out and he wants to play before he pees, this is still a young pup. If he gets it, starts, this is a high energy situation. The younger they are, the more energy they're gonna have, obviously. The older dogs tend to chill. Look, Simba's a red-nosed pit bull. This dog has the most fire in my yard. He is 11 years old. This dog sits around my house and just sits there most of the time now. When he was 4 years old, 5, still high, still want to jump. He got the chill he's gotten. The more he wants to relax. Now imagine how to cut his nuts thinking that because he's high energy, that, you know, that's not cool, man. Don't cut your dog's nuts off. I'm sorry. Listen, this all boils down to exercise, man. Your dog needs to get out in the morning and exercise. He needs to go out and do something. I try my best to at least spend 30 minutes to an hour every day with my dog until his tongue is coming out of his damn, you know. I think I might have went a little too far here. But yeah, exercise, bro. That's all I can, that's the best thing I can tell you if you have a high energy dog. Bring them down. But I'm gonna cover the tips again. Listen, make sure your dog is up to date on its shots. If you don't know how to give your dog shots, I'm gonna give you guys a video so you don't have to go spend all your money at the vet giving them all your money on vaccines. You can do your own vaccines at home. So tip number 1, vaccines. Tip number 2, exercise. Tip number 3 is gonna be environment. Tip number 4, stress. A happy dog is a healthy dog. And tip number 5 is diet. Go back through the videos, find those topics. You know, if you're new to the channel, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I'm gonna try to give you guys more live videos. Look at this thing, almost an hour. I don't do live because of this, because then I go back and look at this shit and I delete it. I'm like, yeah, I went on talking so much crap. Thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate the time that you guys have spent. New Life, you guys that are on there, man, thank you guys for tuning in. Really appreciate you guys' support. Yo, we hit 25,000 subs the other day, man. Really grateful, man. I'm gonna try to give you guys more videos. But thank you for watching. God bless. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're new, and stay tuned for more videos. God bless, y'all.